This is officially my fifth intro for my fifth album, Mindset. And in this album, I talk a lot about, actually, it's a lot of stuff that I haven't really talked about in my other albums, or really my songs for that matter. Throughout my entire time making music, I ended up caring way too much about the people listening. For example, when I started making music in summer of 2016, obviously I wasn't the best, but I mean, nobody's going to be great when they first start something. But I started, and my original go-to was a dance music song, like an EDM song. And that's where Summer Signs originated, from happy, upbeat summer songs. And the minute I started going into 8th grade and people started hating on my music and whatnot, like, I changed into a different person. And the fact that I even tried to defend myself by coming out with more music only made me look more stupid. And it wasn't until I actually decided to stop caring and write from the heart, and that's why Haters is my biggest song. And when people mistake the fact that Haters is about, is not about putting all the people that wrongs me or hated on me on a pedestal and making them feel like, well, you hated on me, so now I'm going to write a song about you. That's not necessarily what my music is about. I wrote Haters because I ended up losing a lot of friends. And some of them have been in my life for a very long time now, and it was very hard to lose them. But I had to continue and move on with my life because I knew that it wasn't healthy to continue to pursue people who weren't interested in being friends. So in this album, I talk a lot about God, for one. Ha ha ha, I know you're laughing right now, but I talk about God in this album because I love Jesus, and I'll say it again, I love Jesus, and I'm thankful for everything and all the blessings that he's done for me and my family. Honestly, I feel like I could have given up a long time ago, but I didn't. And God has been speaking to me, telling me not to give up music because it's very important. So I talked a lot about God in this album. Obviously, anyone who's listening knows that we've lost tons of artists this year, like Avicii, X, Mac Miller. It's been a very sad year. And it's probably more deaths this year than I've ever seen. It's just crazy. And I wrote a lot about, drug overdoses and depression and how a lot is messed up in the world and how X got shot. It's just, I really can't. It's just, that's why I really had to sit down and get personal with this album. And if you're wondering why the album is called Mindset, it's primarily because people won't think the same way that you do. You live life, you go to school, you do whatever you want to do every single day, but people don't think like you every single day. Somebody's going to have a different opinion. Somebody's going to not like your music. During the course of making my album, I showed my album to a couple people, and they were like, I was like, so what do you think? And they were like, well, I haven't heard enough. And I showed them a whole song, and they beat around the bush, and they won't just tell me what they think. Probably because they don't like it. But that's their opinion. And I get pissed when people react that way to my music because I put my heart and soul into it. But at the end of the day, it's not going to change their opinion if I'm pissed about it. So I'm going to let them have their opinion. They probably wouldn't listen to my type of music anyway. So I'm just saying, when you realize that people don't have the same mindset as you, then life gets a hell of a lot easier, because you start to realize that it's not so important for people to think the same way that you do, or love everything that you love, or agree with you in every situation. It's not so important to the point where you need to get so upset about it. And before you call me a hypocrite, just know that I can speak from experience. And the fact that I was once like that, I can help people who may or may not be struggling with it. Just, hey, listen, if people don't think the same way that you do, then do not give them any time of day. Take what they say with a grain of salt and keep it moving, because there's nothing that's going to stop you from pursuing your goals. Anyway, that's the end of my fifth intro. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy my album. Bye. This is officially my fifth intro for my fifth album, Mindset. And in this album, I talk a lot about